All right, y'all, welcome back to Philly D's Garage. So today we got the Lexus LS400 in here. So we're gonna change the power steering high pressure hose. Now a while back I did change the power steering pump, which is right here. This entire side was saturated with power steering fluid. So now I'm having power steering fluid all on this side of the engine. So to get this power steering hose out, you got a banjo bolt right here, and I'll leave a link in the description for this power steering pump too, because you're going to have to get this same bolt out to change whether you're doing the power steering pump or the power steering high pressure hose. So first of all, you're going to have to get that banjo bolt out. You might be able to get it from here, or you might have to move this ABS unit out the way to give you a little bit more space, but we'll find that out in a minute. Let me show you the rest of this routing of this power steering hose. All right, y'all, so now we're up underneath. I'm right under the alternator right here, and as you can see up here is the banjo bolt right here for your pressure hose. All right, so if you follow this hose down, come down here, you loop around, you see this silver stuff, that's part of your power steering hose. You keep coming down, and you have a bracket bolt right here. Keep coming down around your oil pan, and you have another bracket here. All right, and it goes up around, and then up to your rack and pinion. So as you can see, here's the fluid, so it's been dripping. So let me show you that part where it's going into the rack and pinion. All right, y'all, so now we on the driver's side, coming down. All right, so we got the power steering hose here, and as y'all can see where it's leaking at, it's leaking from right in there. So that hose goes up and over this control arm, well, not control arm, cross member, and then it goes up in here to your rack and pinion. So just pay attention, because you do have two banjo fittings here, and only one of them go to your power steering hose. So the one you want is not the first one. You want the second banjo bolt back here. That's the one that goes to your power steering hose. So let me show you the new one real quick. All right, y'all, so now that y'all see how it's routed, this is the new one that I got. Now understand that you can order this hose two different ways. You can order it with the complete hose, or you can order it without this piece here. All right, this piece here screws out. You can order this separate, or you can order it in one whole piece. So I ordered it in one whole piece. I'm just gonna replace the whole thing, and you can put a little bit of Teflon on this thread just to make sure you don't have any leaks. So as you can see, this hose is gonna sit in here just like this. You're gonna have that banjo bolt here, and it's gonna run all the way around. You're gonna have your brackets, so you just swap your the brackets over from the old one to your new one. So install all those brackets onto this hose, and then you're gonna have this banjo bolt on the other end on the rack and pinion side. So let's get started. So I am gonna have to take this ABS unit out the way, so we get some more space in there to get that off. So I think that's a 10 or 12, so let's get what we need for that. All right, just gonna use Ingersoll. We're gonna need a 12. All right, so we got that one off. Now for the other one, you're gonna have to get you like a socket and a deep socket to get that one from out of there. Grab a little guy here. 12. All right, y'all. So once y'all get your 3 bolts from your ABS unit right here, which are these 3, they're nuts actually. I actually ended up switching from this ratchet to this setup here because it's a little faster to get those nuts off. So once you get those nuts off, you can lift this whole unit up. This whole thing will swivel and pull up out your way. And I put a piece of wood down here to keep this thing propped up. So I did try to come from this angle. I couldn't get it. It's just too much of an angle. So I went and pulled out my SK offset right here, and I'm gonna get it from this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this unit out the way to the left, and I'm gonna slide in here just like this, and I'm gonna get this wrench on here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but hold on. So this will fit on there just like that. I know y'all, it's hard to see, but I got the wrench on there right now. Can y'all see that down there? My finger at. So we're gonna break that loose right there. Now, before y'all take that off, as y'all can see, I got this clamp here on your hose from your power steering reservoir, because you know you don't want that much fluid leaking down onto your floor once you take that bolt off. So I already put a pan up under here to catch anything that's going to fall out or drip out. Let's see if I can get this nut off on camera. Can y'all see it right there? This thing is on pretty tight, so no, that's on there. Let me work at that real quick. So I got the banjo bolt off. As you can see, it's loose here, but it came off with the entire fitting off of the side of the power steering pump. But I did have to use some heat, so I used my little power probe to heat it up a little bit, and I had to switch up to a longer 17 millimeter to get in there and pop it off. So we should be able to put this fitting back on once we get this line off. I'll take it off and screw it back onto the pump before I put the new line in. So let's go to the bottom. All right, y'all, so now we underneath. As you can see, the hose is loose right here. You see that? It's ready to come out. So now you just got these bracket bolts that we got to take off right here. So the power steering fluid is obviously still dripping, as y'all can see. I didn't lose that much, just a little bit. Now we can zap these bolts off. All right, take these out. One. Alright, so we got those out. So now your hose is loose. So you're gonna wiggle him out. Then you come over here and you gotta get the guy up from off the rack. All right, y'all, so I got the hose to a point where it's ready to slide out right through this corner right here. So what I gotta do is just wiggle it out. So we got that side out. So now we gotta get the let's go up to the rack and pinion side. All right, y'all, so first thing you want to do is take this connector off from your rack and pinion, because that's going to get in your way. You might want to use like a pick or something like that to get it out, because these Toyota connectors they like to break. So be careful with that. So I got a little bucket here to catch anything out, and I did take out this first banjo fitting here because it was literally in the way of the other one. So I did move that out the way to get a little bit more space to get that out. So now you should have a straight shot to get to that second line right there. So what I used to get it out was this 17. First I broke the that banjo off with this one because I had enough room to get in there to get it out. So I'll probably do the same thing for the next one. So let's take that out. All right, so with that first banjo line out the way, I was able to get in here straight shot like this and break that second banjo bolt loose. And now all you gotta do is just get in here, move this one out the way, and screw this banjo bolt. Once you break them loose, they screw right out. See? Now that one's loose. Take the banjo bolt out. All right. So that's the banjo bolt. Now this hose should be able to slide out. And pull right out on this side. And here's your banjo washer. Make sure you put that back on. That fell out. All right, y'all. So once you get your line back in and all buttoned up, you want to fill your reservoir up with power steering fluid. So these cars actually take, they call for automatic transmission fluid. So in my case, I'm using Amsoil automatic transmission fluid. So fill it up, and then what you want to do is get inside your car, turn your wheel left to right, at least 15 to 20 times. So what you want to do is that'll help get most of the air out from your power steering system. So you want to do that while your car is still elevated in the air. So once you do that 15-20 times, then you could drop your car down, start it up, let it run some more, that'll help get some more air out, and then ultimately drive it, and that'll, you know, ultimately get the most of your air out. So what I wanted to share with you guys though is, now this line, when I initially looked at this line, I didn't see this this fitting here. I didn't know that I can disconnect these two pieces. Now they do, like I mentioned, they do sell this separate, so you could buy either one of these two parts, or you could buy both, whatever the case may be. But if you're buying this line separate, just know that getting this line out, separating these two pieces, is almost impossible doing that while it's inside the car, because you really cannot get to this piece. So best thing to do is just order this whole line. Now if your fitting drops out like mine did, this whole piece came out with the line attached to it. Now I got my old pump here, and I can actually show you guys. This plunger fell from inside of the power steering pump. So this fell, they both fell separately, but the only thing I seen was this. So I had put this back up in the power steering pump by itself, and it actually went so deep that I couldn't get it out. So I had to tap the power steering pump with a little mallet to make this piece fall out so I could get it back out. So then I noticed that it had this spring in there, so I then put that back in there with this. So just know, if yours fall out or come out like mine did, just make sure you replace and put these back in there. So luckily I had that old pump so I can show you guys. But yeah, start your car up, check for leaks, take it for a drive, enjoy your LS400, and I'll check you on the next one.